What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to actually be talking about how cheaters are able to bypass bans and how they're able to spoof their hardware ID, as well as multiple other ways these guys are avoiding being banned or kicked off the game when it comes to Call of Duty Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2, as well as Modern Warfare 3. So let's crack on with the video. Now, some of you may know I had complications recently after uploading a couple of videos. I've spoken to the creator who sent copyright strikes and we've hit a neutral ground. He's okay with me using his content as long as I link him in the description, as well as showing his watermark, which is Lupo's Mods at the bottom of this screen. Obviously, the information he's providing through his videos I want to share with you guys, and I've sat there and had a little think about it, and I think it's the right course of action. So we're going to be showing you today a video that he's created showing you how to bypass a hardware ban, account shadow ban, and the game crashing when loading cheats. So this shows straight away that Ricochet Anti-Cheat, or at least Activision, are trying to do their best. Well, they're putting a little bit of effort in to trying to stop cheaters. So when you're loading cheats, it's crashing the game. Surely that would deter most people. It turns out a couple of very simple things can actually stop this. Now, this is something I feel Activision need to see, and the reason I say that is because I think that they need to be able to see what the cheaters are able to do and how simple it is for them to actually bypass these things. How should a cheater be able to bypass a hardware ban? Like, it shouldn't be a thing. As well as an account shadow ban, anyone else who gets shadow banned, it's like 7 to 14 days, unless it's like a short-term one and it's like 2 days, and the game crashing when loading cheats. That should literally be it. That should be what happens every time, and there should be no bypass. If the game developers were to focus on just that last bit, crashing the game when somebody loads cheats, if they were to really focus on that, they wouldn't need to actually have hardware bans or account shadow bans or even a report option in the game. Because if the game crashed every time somebody loaded their cheats into the game, then there would be no need for anything else. So why aren't the game developers, and why isn't Team Ricochet focusing on that last bit? Either way, guys, we're going to be paying attention to this now. We're going to watch it through because I want you guys to see just how simple some of these things are. So obviously it's going to demonstrate him loading into the game and stuff, and it's going to show you how it crashes the game when he loads the cheats. Now this, as I've said, this is probably the best course of action Activision can take when it comes to actually dealing with cheaters, because if they're to deal with cheaters straight off the rip like this, then all of the other things they've incorporated don't need to happen. This is the thing now, and this is my thoughts behind it, is that obviously cheaters might think they're getting away with it for some time. If somebody's on an aged account and they've been using that account for 2 years undetected, why wouldn't they spend money on that account even if they're using cheats? They would, because they've been doing it for so long. So that's my thought process behind the hardware bans and the shadow bans and so on, is that Activision can still make money from that, or they could just put a stop to anybody loading cheating, even if it still allows you to use your account. But what it looks like happens here, once the game crashes here, it kicks him out of the game, and I think what's happened then, he goes back into the game, and what it does, it actually shadow banned him because he's tried to load in with cheats. So he's uninstalling the game now, and this is the process to stop the game crashing when you load in. Okay? And I'm not doing this, by the way, to teach you guys how to do it. I'm showing you just how simple it is. And how many people out there do you think have been using this method for a long time? How many times do you think the people who I've made videos on have been shadow banned, but they've just done a little quick fix like this? Or how many times have they been booted out the game because their cheats are loading in? They do a quick fix like this and they're straight back into the game. No shadow ban. They're not under review. They go online and check and look, oh, not in review anymore. It does make you wonder. But look at this whole process that he's going through now. Like, I'm not going to talk through the step-by-step instructions. Hopefully that way you guys can't really understand the full steps, because there's no narration on this video. It's just music playing in the background, hence why I muted it, and obviously added a little bit of background music myself, so that the video is a little bit more entertaining, so you're not just listening to my voice. However, this guy's now gone back into it, and looks like he's refreshed the whole account. He accepts all of these terms of use and so on. And now what's happening is, this is allowing the game, the game developers on server side to think that user side is not cheating the new account, even though it's not. And now what he's going to demonstrate for us on the exact same account, as we can tell from the icon at the top here, where the skull is, it's still the same account through Steam. He's loaded the game up on the left side as he was, but now this time he's loading up his cheats, and he's going to be going into the game through using these cheats, and it'll still work. So we'll probably skip forward just a little bit. So we've skipped forward past that now. He's loaded into the game just because it would have been on that window for about 5 minutes or so, to be honest. So let's see the game load up. We'll skip forward a little bit more. There we go. The game's loading up. And once he's in the game, cheats are loading up as well, by the way, there. So this is what happens when he's loading his cheats up. You see a little bit of a flickering on the screen. That's probably common for somebody running on a PC that maybe not like a 10 grand PC. And his cheats are now loaded up. Does he get booted from the game? Because at this point, last time, he was kicked from the game already. It'll probably say something like, what is it, account requires update or something like that. No, he's in the game. And you can tell straight away he's got his cheat on. He's got some colour changing cheats, which, to be honest, that's just, for me, when I see things like that, I think that the cheat developers are just having one last laugh or an extra laugh at Activision's expense, that they're able to incorporate a cheat that literally changes the visuals of the game. Like, there's no real benefits to that, is there? But they can do it, so they will. And it's like, look, Activision have let us do this. Like, so yeah, he's able to load into the game after doing what he's done. You know, hopefully there's a couple of steps missed out there. We skipped a few things and I haven't really spoke on certain points, and the reason for that is because I just wanted you to see just how easy it was. Now what we're going to do here is talk about shadow bans, right? As you can see, ping is instantly over 100 milliseconds. This means I'm under investigation. Under investigation means your account is shadow banned. And you can tell he's straight on 126 millisecond ping. What he's going to do now is show how simple it is for people to bypass a shadow ban. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. So when your account's under review, these are the moments where a permanent ban will come from. If you continue to cheat whilst under review, it means your account is being analysed as you play on it during that shadow ban period, which means that Activision can then take down any notes as to whether or not you are using those cheats or loading into the game with them cheats, or, you know, snapping onto enemies and so on whilst you are under investigation. But if you remove that shadow ban, then there's no cause for a permanent ban, because what you are essentially doing by removing the shadow ban is making Activision not review your gameplay anymore, which means you can continue to cheat. So this is what he's going to demonstrate now. He's going to demonstrate exactly how simple and easy it is to actually remove a shadow ban from your account. Now this is something that we see people go through regularly, right? Big creators get shadow banned, but it makes you wonder, how many times do they actually get shadow banned? You know, outside of live streaming, or, you know, just at the end of a stream when they decide to go, oh, do you know, I'm going to get off early today, guys? Because it makes me wonder. They put a tweet out to Activision, yo, I'm on a 500 win streak and you've just shadow banned me because I'm too good, right? And then they can just act like Activision have helped them. Oh, well, we're whitelisted anyway, so Activision have helped us, and bish bash bosh. They're back in the game the next day. But what if I was to tell you that maybe they're not actually getting contact from Activision and they're just removing the shadow ban themselves manually? I'm talking over this, by the way, but I will pause here so it basically says something. Sign into your account and press delete personal information. This deletes your ban account and creates a fresh one, no ban. So now people might be worrying about this, thinking, but hang on, if I've got an account that's level 900 and I've spent $2,000 on it, why would I want a new account? I'd rather just ride out the shadow ban there and hope for the best, right? That's what I thought when I first watched this video. And this is where it gets a bit interesting, because what happens after he does these steps is definitely shocking. Look, he's showing status of his account with the date and everything, right? He showed that, which shows that his account's under review. Use a spoofer to hide your banned hardware ID. Right, I'm not going to do that. That's literally promoting, but we'll skip past this here. There we go, we're past it now. So we're not going to promote any spoofers of any sort, but that is how people mask their hardware ID, right? So that any hardware ID ban that's related to the PC they're using is masked. So if you're using a fresh hardware ID, then, you know, it's essentially being registered to Activision's side as a brand new PC. But what he's done now, he's done a couple of little steps, right, that has allowed him to go into the game, load his cheats up still, by the way, not have a shadow ban on his account. Ready? Obviously, we've got to get past the intro part of this, but now it's coming up with end user license, terms of use and all this, right? So these are all things you get when you first ever load into the game. This doesn't happen after an update. It doesn't happen very often at all. Only when the new game comes out, and this is a massive thing, because we can tell just based off this that he's blagged the game developers into believing that his account is brand new. Now watch, because as he said earlier with the text on screen, that, you know, you delete your banned account and create a new one, but does this look like a brand new account to you? It's still Prestige 18 level 909, right? And by the looks of it, he's still got all his souls at the top. So all of this stuff that we are seeing shows that it's still the same account. He's just managed to remove the shadow ban on it, so it's no longer under review. How is somebody able to do that with a couple of very simple steps? Look, it even says, as you can see, no ban, regular ping 10 to 40 and so on, right? So he's been able to literally remove a shadow ban himself, and it took a couple of minutes. So how many people out there have been doing this, and how long for? How many people have known about this? Because let's be honest, right, I ain't a computer whiz. I don't know how many of you are. I mean, I reckon a couple of you probably knew about this, but why on earth is this been able to happen? I know people who've been, you know, in shadow ban cycles for the past 3 years. I know people who are definitely rage hacking, blatantly cheating. Facebook gaming streamers, we've made videos of them on here on this channel, and they are able to just cycle through 3 accounts. But that tells me they don't know about this method. That's what that tells me. So how many people are aware of this method? I'm telling you now, I think that there's a lot of guys who, you know, sell modded PCs and so on, you know, whatever it's called, where they build a custom PC and then send it to a streamer as a, I don't know, a promotional purpose, right? I'm not going to name any names. There's a couple of shady PC builders out there who I genuinely believe might have the ins and outs of all these details to actually help the people who they're sponsoring with PCs and help them, you know, download cheats, maybe private cheats, but if a shadow ban comes, they can do these methods to remove the shadow ban for them. My question is, if you are able to do this through a shadow ban, does it work for a permanent ban? Because a permanent ban, again, is only information that is linked to your account on Activision's side, and if you're able to remove that shadow ban information, then as long as you can log into your Steam account or your Battlelog account, you might be able to actually do this for a perma ban, which gets me thinking, how many times have people done that, if that is the case? So he's been able to do all of this. Let's see what. Now that's pretty much it from his side. So he's been able to bypass hardware ID bans. He's been able to bypass the crashing of the game when loading in with cheats, and then he's shown us that he's, with a couple of simple steps, able to remove a shadow ban off his account. That's downright disgusting. That's Lupo's Mods, everyone. This is the guy who I had a little bit of a back and forth with on Twitter the other day, but we've come to an agreement now, and his video is linked in the description below. I'm not here to promote any cheating methods, but I will say this: the information he's been able to give me through this video is great information. So I want to add, just at the end now, Activision, pull your socks up, find a way to put all of your time into the game crashing, find a way so that they can't bypass it this way, then you won't need any of the other steps. You won't need shadow bans, you won't need in-game reporting, you won't need perma bans. You just need to stop people from injecting cheats, and then it's a fair playing field for everyone. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that there's a way Activision can do that and just focus on the crashing games when somebody's trying to load in their cheats? If so, if you think there's a method to it, let me know in the comments below. If you think there's another way that they could combat cheaters that's better and more sufficient, also let me know. And if you did enjoy this video, please smash that thumbs up. It helps boost the video into the algorithm. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. Oh, and by the way guys, I've just set up a brand new YouTube channel, nothing related to gaming, but if you fancy a laugh, go and subscribe to One Liner Comedy Club. Also follow me on my socials, Instagram at BadBoy Beaman, Twitter at BadBoy Beaman 1. And one last thing before we go. As you guys are aware, I am partnered with Supreme CBD, who offer products such as this CBD oil, and honestly these work a treat. Just before you go to bed, you get a couple of drops in this, put it under your tongue, very simple to do, and within a couple of minutes you'll feel more relaxed. Time to go to bed, get your head down, and you will have a brilliant night's sleep. If you want to check it out for yourself, hit the link in the description below and make sure you use code BBB40 at checkout. Thank you.